Unicorn of unicorns, variegated watermelon peperomia. Stick around and see what I do with this gorgeous plant. Hi everyone, it's Nora, the Leca Queen. Thank you for stopping by. I have my gorgeous variegated watermelon here. I am going to be putting this variegated beauty into Leca. I know, it is the unicorn of unicorns and I am going to be mucking around with it. Not sure if it's the best idea, but stick around, watch this video and see if I eventually end up killing this gorgeous expensive baby or I have her thrive. Let's jump straight into it. So I got this variegated plant a few days ago. She's absolutely glorious. Look at her. It's just, it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And you know I love a watermelon peperomia. I couldn't pass up the chance to grab this gorgeous baby. I have been spying on her and stalking her for months. And the fact that no one bought her meant to me that she was really meant to be mine. So I just put my money where my mouth was and I grabbed her. I finally grabbed her, and wouldn't you know, she was diverted in the post. This plant came from Sydney. It ended up going to Perth. It spent the weekend in the post. It was all just horrendous. But she's here now, and she is just beautiful. But yes, I am going to put her in Leca because, I mean, I am the Leca Queen. It is what I do with plants. So if a plant can't thrive in Leca, it can't thrive in my home. So I don't know. I battled with this decision for 5 minutes and I decided I'm going to transfer her anyway. But because this is my gorgeous special baby, I am dipping my toe into self-watering pots. I have this gorgeous little Lechuza pot and she's just perfect for my baby. Don't you think? Do you think she's perfect for my baby? If you do, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know what you think. But of course, in true Leca Queen style, I have done something a bit different to this pot. I did make some ventilation holes. These pots don't come with ventilation holes, and I thought, well, you know, it's not really what I'm looking for. I love the self-watering aspect of it. It's absolutely beautiful. And of course, the planter is just gorgeous. They're just really beautiful, but I needed to do that. And, you know, again, I struggled with this decision for a minute until I decided, look, I don't care how much it costs. I'm just going to make holes in this thing because that's what I needed to do. So there, I used my soldering iron and I made holes in my beautiful Lechuza pot. And that is what's going to house my beautiful plant. Now, if you're liking this video, if you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, and if you're looking forward to seeing what I'm going to do with this baby, please don't forget to hit the like button and you might also consider subscribing. It really helps my channel. Right, now let's jump straight into it. So when I got this plant, she was living in soil. And I really didn't want to do a whole taking the plant out of the soil thing in this video because you've seen me do that many times. I've had this plant go through the long method. And when I say going through the long method, I've really only just had it in this solution for about maybe 5 days. I have transferred peperomias from soil to Leca before, and normally I just do a direct transfer. I don't use the long method. I just put it straight from the soil into the Leca. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a hybrid with this particular plant. So I took it out of the soil and I put it in my special sauce. And this is what I call the long method. And if you haven't seen the video where I discuss the long method, please just click on the link above and that'll take you straight to it. I'll show you what those roots are doing. So as you know, peperomia roots are very small. They're very fine and they're very hair-like. So that's what that does. You're not going to get the typical, you know, big white roots that you get from other plants. You're just not going to get that with this plant because of the nature of the roots. So that is quite good in itself. So this plant has been living in that solution for a while. I say a while, maybe 5 days. And it's doing good so far. There's actually a teeny tiny leaf coming through. Can you see that? That is a leaf. How glorious is that? I just cannot tire of showing you this plant. She is just, I think, I think she's my favorite right now. It really and truly is. So I'll bring you down and I am going to pot this plant up into Leca in my glorious pot. So I'm sorry guys, my voice is a bit funny this week. Yeah, post-COVID cough got me going crazy. So yeah, that's how that goes. Okay, got my potting tub here. And like I said, I don't know, my voice, I've been coughing. I've been almost coughing out a lung. I had COVID like first week of August. And yeah, it's the post-COVID cough's really been bad. This little planter also has a wick that goes there and goes through to the bottom. So that'll grab that nutrient solution and make sure that that leca is always moist. So anyway, I've got my leca here and this leca has been soaking in Clonix Clone solution and it's really good and it's primed to go. Got my little pot here, so I'm going to put a little bit of leca in that. Okay, so that's how much leca I've got in there. And I grab my little mama. And I'm going to try ever so gently to just try and spread out those roots a little bit so they're not all bunched up in one spot. In theory, I could take them out, but I don't want to do that. I did take out a lot of the roots that she came with actually when I was washing out the plants, so I don't want to do any more. You probably could root in the leca. If it was just a normal peperomia, I could do that, but this is my special baby. I am not taking any chances. So I then just top that up with leca. That is all potted up. That's my gorgeous plant there. That's the leca there. And put that away. I'll grab my planter. Put my plant in there. Now, this is the little indicator that tells me whether the reservoir is empty or full. So you've got the minimum there and the maximum over there. So I'm going to grab my special sauce and pour it in there. Okay, and we're just watching that little red dial. Oh, there it comes. And that's almost at maximum. There we go. So you can see that little red dial has gone all the way up to the top. That's on maximum. When I take the plant out of that, you can see that my wicking cords are now wet and they are now wicking that solution onto my leca, and that'll keep my roots nice and moist. And my plant is going to do really, really well. So there you have it. That is my variegated watermelon peperomia converted from soil to leca with a quasi-long method and living in a self-watering glorious pot. Doesn't that just look magnificent? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Just let me know. And if you've got one of these babies, I'd really love to hear from you, and I'd love to hear how you take care of her. But this is mine. I am absolutely in love with her. I'm really, really hoping this is not going to kill her. I am 80% confident that it won't, but hey, you never know. It's been exactly 1 week since I transferred my variegated watermelon peperomia from soil to leca. Let's take a look at the plant and see how she's going. This is my plant over here, and as you can see, she still looks as glorious as ever. There has been no leaf loss whatsoever, and even that tiny little leaf, remember that little leaf that was coming, that is still there. It's right there. You can see it right there, just about there. It's still alive. Those are the leaves of the plant, and they're all looking very, very good. There's no damage whatsoever. So it's very possible to move a variegated watermelon peperomia from soil to leca. And just to recap the steps that I took, when I got the plant, I took it out of the soil and I put it through my long method of soil to leca transition. It stayed in my special sauce for a few days, so just about a week or so, and then I transferred it straight into this leca. And it's been living in this pot with my special sauce for just about a week. Within a week, the plant will tell you if it's not happy. So far, things are going well. All the leaves are still there. There's no blemishes on those white leaves. They're all still standing upright, and that's really, really a good sign. The reservoir is still quite full. As you can see, my little indicator is up on maximum. So I'm really happy with how this plant has gone. I'll take it out of the pot and show it to you. This is the pot that houses the plant. That is the wick, and you can see it's dripping my nutrient solution. So I know for sure that that leca in there is receiving that nutrient solution from the reservoir. That's that there. It's doing really well. Those little ventilation holes that I made in the pot, naughty me. And I'll show you what the reservoir looks like. Oh, it's a bit difficult really, but that's what that looks like. You can see the residue, the clay residue at the bottom there, and that is really expected for a plant that's living in leca. I'll put this back, as simple as. I've had my plant living in this pot, and in order to take care of it, I put it in a well-lit spot. It's been warm, and I think all these things are what helped it to actually acclimate to its new home, and it's doing really, really well. If you're finding value in this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps my channel and it helps the video be accessible to a lot more people. So if I were you and I've just received a peperomia that is living in soil and I want to transfer it to leca, what would I do? I would take the plant out of the soil, wash as much of the soil and organic matter as you can off the plant. And remember, you have to be really very gentle because the peperomia roots are very, very fine, very, very thin, gentle as. Take off as much of that stuff as you can. I would put that little plant, big plant, whatever, into a nutrient solution. So if you've got your hands on some Clonix clone solution, go ahead and put it in some Clonix clone solution for a few days. That just ties the plant over from living in soil and gets it used to being in a hydro environment. And then after a few days, put it into leca. But the most important thing is that leca needs to have been soaking in that rooting solution for not less than 24 hours, not less than 24 hours. And that's really important because once you put your plant in, those roots are going to be in contact with that same solution that they would have been in contact with when you were doing the long method transition. So they're going to be pretty comfortable and the roots are going to keep growing. Your plant won't go into transplant shock and you will get something like this. So that's it. That is my unicorn of unicorns, variegated watermelon peperomia, now living in leca in her self-watering pot. And the next time you see this plant, it will be gorgeous and big and thriving. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.